everyone. Welcome to Toktok Footy. This is Lawrence Lahari. I'm your host, and with us is Boss Mary, belong PNG Chiefs, Lorna McPherson. How are you, Lorna?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, good one. And the PNG Chiefs General Manager, Michael Chammas. Bara, you all right, huh?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm going well.
Yeah, just added that being just the pigeon side of things. How's that been going?
It's good.
Yeah.
I got an app. I'm
Yep.
learning things. I was at dinner yesterday with Lorna actually, and I was in to take an order. I feel like a bit of an imposter using the language, like I shouldn't be using it. But
Yeah.
I said to the lady, "Me like 'em cook, please." So we're getting there. We're gonna learn.
Happily surprised there, Lorna, that you came
Completely.
over.
Last night, I was like, wow, go. And I gave him a big round of applause. I was so proud of it.
Well, today I don't want to make it too formal. I want us to just have a chit chat about the Chiefs, where we're at now, where we want to be, and also some personal questions, Michael. Starting off with you, I guess Papua New Guinea, those that don't know in terms of the media space and rugby league in general, just maybe give us a glimpse of your background and where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Western Sydney. Played rugby league from the age of 4 all the way through to mid-20s, early 20s.
Yep.
Wasn't good enough, unfortunately, like a lot of people who are probably listening, thinking they're going to make the NRL one day. Couldn't do it, and I thought to myself, what's the best thing to do if you can't play it? And covering it for 20 years, that was a great experience. Got to go to Origins and Grand Finals.
Yeah, nice.
Been to Olympics. So I reported for a long time, and now I got the opportunity to do this role, which the moment that it came up, I knew I wanted to do it. So,
Good one.
Yeah.
And Lorna, Boss Mary, you've been here in Papua New Guinea 16 years now.
Yeah.
How's it been for you?
I love it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my home.
Yeah,
You
good
know,
one.
my life's here. My family's here. I've, my partner's here. He's Papua New Guinea from down from Kupiano.
Nice.
And so, we have a house down there in the village, and I love it. So, PNG is my country and where I've chosen to live. So, yeah.
I'll start off with you, Lorna. How's it going? How's it going since, it's been a whirlwind. You got announced and all of a sudden you both were off to Las Vegas, yeah?
Yeah, we were. It's been a whirlwind for me as well, but it's also, Lawrence, you know me well. I mean, I'm very operational, so it's about getting tasks, lists, everything that needs to be done for us to kick a ball. At the end of the day, we've got less than 2 years now to we kick that ball. So my role is to focus on how do we actually get there and how do we deliver that and how do we execute. So we've got lots of projects on. You've seen some of the announcements, the fact that we're going to lease some apartments up at Airbase. That's where the village will be, where the team will be based. It's fantastic to see that George and the team up there have put that investment into the building. There's about 250 jobs for the first project for Papua New Guinea has been created with that too. So that's been really exciting. The next part is getting that centre of excellence built as well, making sure that the pathways are there. Michael came on board. So I was employee 1, employee 2. Now we've got Willie Peters, as you know, as our coach as well, and we'll also have a recruitment manager very quick soon as well. So we're getting there. We're building the team. I've got job adverts out for Papua New Guineans to come on board and support us and work with us as well. So I'm really excited, and I'm excited about the future. Yeah, no, big things happening. Michael, we've got the coach in now.
What's the next step? When can we start talking players?
That's what everyone wants to talk about. That's all I want to talk about.
Yes, that's all I want to know.
I can understand that. If, people are excited, they obviously wanted to know who the coach was. We got there now, as soon as we get the coach, we don't care anymore. Who are the players now?
Next, please.
And then as soon as we get the players, we don't care, start winning. But look, I don't think it's too far away, Lawrence. I know that there's a whole pool of players that we can talk to November 1, so they're a while away. But there are players who are off contract right now who have approached us and said, we'd like to do a deal with the Chiefs.
Nice.
For 28, and then they'll find a home for 27. So I've sort of been in limbo waiting for the coach because I don't want to commit to a player if the coach doesn't want him. So now we've got that. We've got a lot of late nights coming up.
I was going to say, part of the press conference which I attended when you announced Willie Peters, one of the things that caught my attention was the fact that there is no shortage of players that want to come here.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be a real strength, and because of that, we can pick and choose who the right people are. Like if we didn't have enough players wanting to come here, you'd be in a situation where you have to take what you can get. and then,
Exactly.
then you're compromising on the quality of person and the culture they're going to bring in to the team. We're not going to have to compromise on that because the people that want to come to PNG, there are a lot of them, and then we can choose. Okay, you're going to be good because of this reason. You're coming for more than just the money, and the money's there. Let's be real. People are going to come because they want tax-free dollars, full value contract, but it can't be the only reason. And we're lucky that we can then pick and choose.
Yeah, good one. Lorna, what is probably the biggest win behind the scenes that people don't see? What is probably the biggest win there? That's a tough one, isn't it?
That's a really tough one. What would be the biggest win for me that people don't see?
Employing me?
Well, I think employing, no. to be honest, I think it's actually the support from the NRL that people don't see. The fact that they really want us to succeed. Yeah. And it's been fantastic to have that support as well, because at the end of the day, it's an elite sport. Yeah. And so having that support and that advice and guidance from them is phenomenal to actually have that. So that for me is unique. So Peter V'landys and Andrew Abdul and the team have been amazing from a support side of things.
Yeah. People don't see.
No, they don't see that.
They don't see that. Well, they don't see the governance. No. They don't see the structure, the system. You know, the culture. Michael. Yeah.
Well, and to Lorna's point, like a lot of people, and I can understand if Papua New Guinea feeling like, oh, this is the NRL's team, but they're actually taking a lot of time and pride in making sure this is a success for the people of PNG. Yeah. You know, that's the argument. Oh, it's the NRL's team, but the NRL wants this to succeed for PNG. Yep. The money that's there for the NRL, it is guaranteed. Yep. So whether this succeeds or not, really, they're guaranteed that. But they're actually taking the effort to make sure that the people of PNG are represented in a way that they deserve. And
I think sometimes it's an interesting one as well. You've got a new team that starts up and they've got a city, and I think we were having a discussion about the fact that like you've got like 2 teams in Sydney, for instance, etc. But with Papua New Guinea, you've got one country, you've got 10 million people. You know, where else can you get that? You know, and PNG needs to recognise that. You know, we deserve to be in the competition. You know, it's our passion. We deserve a place at the table. So I'm really proud that I'm there and I'm representing Papua New Guinea at the table.
How can you balance speed but also doing things properly?
Doesn't have a choice.
100 miles an hour, but
and I think it's a happy medium between you know, sort of like getting the speed, but also making sure you put the right governance. I'd rather go a little bit slower to make sure that the governance and the processes are in place, so we don't make mistakes. I'm sure we're going to make some things, get things wrong as we go along. But truly, I think sometimes it's better to take 2 steps back, make sure you're doing things right, than trying to go back and clean up a mess because you haven't done it right. So for me, it's about reflection and making sure we're executing. But I also think the fact that we've really come up with a really good timeline, right? So from a speed point of view, I don't feel that, although people might think it's going to be happening really quickly, we've got all the processes, we know when we're going to recruit people, we know what time we've got, we know exactly what the budgets are going to be, and I think that's things that people don't see, how we're doing that.
Absolutely. Michael, accommodation sorted out, high performance is in motion, coach is on now, what's next? I did say players, but what's really the next step?
I'm lucky that pretty quickly when we appointed Willie, when we had discussions about appointing him, I said to him, the next thing is the players. But to get the players, we need a recruitment manager. And he told me straight away, I know who my guy is. Okay. I want Liam Ayub from the Canterbury Bulldogs.
Very good.
And we're in the process now of finalising that. Liam will join us. He's resigned from the Bulldogs. And we're really excited about that because that means now, with the 2 main pieces in place, we can go out and start to recruit, start to make plans around the kind of people that we want, the kind of players that we want, do our homework on the young PNG kids, watch the London Broncos, see how Gairavora is going, see how Finley Glory is going, watching the NRL kids, see how Cooper Bai is going. So that is all now starting. So you asked me what's next, it's working out who the players are that we want.
Yeah, good one. Lorna, 9 months out till the end of 2026.
Don't panic me. don't say it like that, Lorna.
The big word, will we be ready?
Yes, genuinely. I really believe that we'll be ready. And I think, this is the part that nobody sees, is the fact that we had all that in place. We had timelines, we know exactly when the triggers have got to take place, when the soil's got to be dug for the Centre of Excellence. You know, every single thing is there in a sort of project plan with definite delivery dates. So I think for me, I'm very comfortable where we are at this point in time. And I think you can see it yourself. We've got the coach coming on board, you know, but the build projects are really important. Centre of Excellence is key for us to get that up and running as well. We know the Airways project is underway, so I think we're ticking all the boxes in the right places, you know.
Look, for me personally, I'm a basketball guy. I may not look it.
Here you go.
It's Golden State Warriors. They're not doing too well, you know. But you know, Steph, obviously, and also I've got a little soft spot for netball. My daughter plays. My wife plays as well. I wanted to ask you this, Michael. How important is this to PNG Chiefs and just sports in general? Like, that's going to change the whole dynamics of, you know, seeing a professional rugby league team, a sport team come in. You know, what do you think is going to change the dynamics of PNG sports?
Yeah, well, it lifts the bar, doesn't it? It sets the standard of what is expected to be a professional. And obviously in this country, a lot of the best sporting athletes go overseas for their opportunities.
Yeah,
and
correct.
I said in my initial press conference here when we were with Prime Minister Marape, when we did a press conference a few weeks back, that they know this. The great thing about the Chiefs is people don't have to their dreams they can realise them here in this country. They don't have to leave here to do what they want to do. And right now that's rugby league.
Yeah.
But what's stopping it from, if we are a success in what we do with the Chiefs, what's stopping a professional soccer team or a professional basketball team or a professional netball team from entering into different competitions?
Yeah.
And then one day down the track from this country having professional sporting leagues in all these competitions. So this is the start.
Yeah.
I know it's big for rugby league, but it also sets the benchmark for every other sport to aspire to get there.
Yeah, good one, Michael. Lorna, for you, you know, the Tambus at Kupiano, you know, watching the kids there, you know, what would be your message to them to sort of look forward to, just in sports in general?
Well, look, for us, you know, one of the biggest things, and I know that Michael and the team are on, is really developing the pathways, okay, because we will not succeed as a team without having that pathways done right. Okay, so for the kids, you know, going to school, being part of the different programs that we'll roll out across the country is something that every child can really strive for as well. And I think it gives them hope, it gives them something to aspire to, you know, and to see what really good means as well. So I'm excited to see what talent's out there, and I'm excited to see the kids going in the journey with us as well, and all the talent pool right across the country. Okay,
all right, we're gonna wrap things up very shortly. But Michael, give us one word that describes your journey so far after being appointed PNG Chiefs. Like, actually, did you ever think you were going to be in this role 12 months ago?
No, well, I came here 6 months ago. I was here in October, Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I actually met Lorna for the first time.
Yeah.
I was here for the Sydney Morning Herald.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to come and write a story about being in PNG, where the Chiefs were at. I came over here, and at the time, like, I was interested in it. I was fascinated by it, which is why I asked the NRL in my work to go over there and do this story. I never thought. Sitting there with Lorna meeting her for the first time, pretending to understand what she was saying, but I couldn't understand.
Wow. Wow.
Scottish accent, oh my goodness me.
I had my previous boss for 20 years. He's from Wales, so I couldn't understand him. Now I've moved on from him, I can't understand Lorna. No, she's great. But I never thought, when I was there, I would be sitting here 6 months later, being in charge of leading a football department.
True.
Into the greatest, honestly, one of the greatest sporting stories in the world.
100%.
Like, you know, who would have thought that this would be a reality? And it's a testament to the PNG RFL, Prime Minister Marape, for everyone whose vision and dream has been brought to light, and it's our responsibility now to make it a success. Yeah, good one. Lorna, what excites you most? What excites you most about this?
Honestly, like, for me, like, actually the day that we go out and we go out on the team and we walk out and we go in the field and everybody in the stadium, can you imagine what it's going to be like?
That's going to be
honestly,
massive, isn't it?
Truly, it will be one of the proudest moments in my whole life, and I'm so excited for Papua New Guinea. And I know that there's a lot of challenges ahead, and you know, it's not going to be easy for everybody to get there. But I can tell you right now, going out in that field and taking the team out in the field would just be something that I think that all of us will be really proud of.
Yeah, no, good one. Listen, Lorna, Michael, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today, and hopefully we can do a little bit more. I'll definitely try and get in touch with Willie Peters and see if I can have a chat with him as well. But yeah, I plan to also bring Andrew McCulloch over as well, and we'll do some stuff here as well. So looking forward to that.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us as well. Yeah, definitely.
Good one. All right, thank you, Lorna and Michael, for your time here today. What we're hearing today isn't just planning; it's the foundation of something absolutely big for PNG. So PNG Chiefs, they aren't just building a team; they're building belief, identity, and an opportunity for our great nation, Papua New Guinea. We'll be backing you all the way. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. The PNG Chiefs, let's do this. That's the podcast for today. Much love. Boom.